Welcome back to the program. Oh, there's nothing in here. I drank it all. Whoops. Thanks. I'll get some a little bit. 98 Degrees was one of the hottest boy bands of the late 90s and early 2000s, but they are not done yet. The group is out with new music. Here's a clip of Where Do You Want to Go? Look at this.
You wanna go? Do you wanna be? Got nothing but forever, so we can wait and see. No one to tell us no, no one but you and me. It doesn't get much better. Got nothing but forever. Where do you wanna go?
Oh, it is like 2000 all over again, and I'm in heaven. That's new music from 98 Degrees, and joining us is one of the members of the band, dare I say our favorite. He's become a friend of our show. Please welcome Jeff Timmons back. Hi, Jeff.
How you doing, Jason? I'm scrolling through my phone, and I can't find the jasonplus.tv.net app on here.
Oh, Jeff, it's jasonshow.tv.com.net.
Okay, I got it. I was so enamored by that clip, I just had to see the rest.
I know. Our director, Leo, talking about his curling adventures. When we want ratings, Jeff, we have Leo on the show.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Thanks for having me on, man. It's so nice to see you in a different environment. Last time we did this, we were both in our homes. So
I know.
It's great to see you back in the studio.
It's funny. I was going to start here anyway. I was going to, for the viewers that do not know, when we were starting home shows during the pandemic, everyone was depressed. Nobody wanted to do anything, but Jeff was nice enough to appear on our show, and I wanted to start and say thank you very much for doing that for us. We greatly, I personally really appreciated that.
Of course, it's always a blast hanging out with you, man. I really appreciate, you having us on and supporting the new music and all that good stuff. Really, really thankful for it.
Well, I love it, and I've always been a fan, and you know that. I love that new song. What is it like? I mean, you guys are really all of the whole boy band thing. We said this last year. It is in such a resurgence. How does it feel these years later to still be doing it with the guys?
Oh man, it feels amazing. I mean, we took such a long hiatus, and then we came back and had such success with Boys to Men and New Kids, and have been touring ever since, and just been blessed to be in front of fans, and thankful that people are still supporting the music and they still want to hear new music from us. And I think, during the pandemic, we hadn't recorded music in quite some time. It sort of put things in perspective for us that, we're not going to be doing this forever. And so, one of the things we like best about our careers is, recording music together. So we were like, look, as soon as we can, even if we have to create our own bubble, which we did, we ended up creating a bubble at the Westgate Hotel and, putting a studio in a suite there and just knocking some songs out. And it's just been a blast. It's been so well received. And again, so blessed and fortunate to be doing music, for almost 25 years now. It's been a long time.
Jeff, I have these friends in my life, and I think I know your answer. I have these friends in my life that I call record player friends. And what I mean by that is it's a huge compliment where you cannot see them. You don't have to see them for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year. But the moment you're back together, it's like the needle goes right back on the record. Is that what you guys are basically like at this point?
100%. I mean, look, two of the guys are brothers, and, we're all like brothers. We've been through so much together, such the roller coaster ride in the entertainment business, the ups and downs, and we're very close guys. And, we hadn't seen each other in a year, and, it was just like riding a bike, that, that record player sort of vibe that you're talking about. We got together and it seemed like, we had just gotten through our last show, and it was a day or two since we'd seen each other, so we're just so acclimated with each other's behaviors and vibes, and we just jumped right in the studio, started ripping off songs, and thankfully we came up with some really great stuff. Really talented young producers we're working with. Just so very fortunate to have some good material out there.
And good material. You guys are hitting the road with it. How does it feel to go? I mean, you've really never stopped, but going back out on the road this fall, right, Jeff?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you miss it so much. I mean, we never really have taken it for granted. We have a blast. We love that people come to see us and are always surprised at that. But, we have our first show coming up in Syracuse, New York State Fair on August 21st. And then we're doing this big festival after that in Iowa called Sweet Stock with a really, really star-studded lineup. And just, we can't wait. I mean, there's nothing like the energy of getting on stage and performing for your fans. And, they're more rambunctious and excitable than ever. So, we're ready to get back out there in front of them for sure.
Well, and we talked about this on the home show last year. So Jeff is not only popular, as we say, with the kids because of music, but on social media too, thanks to your daughter, right, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, all of my kids are really into the social media vibe. I learned from my oldest daughter at first and then all the way down through all my kids. But my youngest daughter is very prolific on all of them and really getting me into TikTok. So, I was able to talk to our social media girl and she did a good job of, setting up the 98 Degrees TikTok account. I mean, we look like fools up there, but I think the first thing got like 10 million views. I'm like, why are people watching this? I'm baffled by it. I still don't understand it, but nonetheless, I'm not complaining. Trying to stay cool like all the cool younger kids. So.
Exactly. Hey, speaking of younger, when you and I were younger, we're rolling some video right now. I don't know if you can see it, Jeff. This is the album, one of the CD release parties from the Mall of America from 2000. I'm not going to ask you the silly question of, hey, do you remember the Mall of America? There's your biggest fan, Lori Fisher, but we'll get to her.
I love her. She's the best.
Yeah.
Of course, Mall of America was amazing to us. We've been there so many times. It's awesome.
Well, I remember that appearance too, and I was like, Lori wouldn't let me anywhere near you. She was like, it was just all about her, so I stayed in the background. But
that's how old we are, though, Jason. Look how grainy the footage is. I mean, it's crazy.
I know.
Like, what happened?
It's basically sepia tone, Jeff. That's how old we are.
Can't you color correct that stuff or fix it somehow?
We'll do it. You know what we're going to do, Jeff? We're going to do it on our social channel. We'll do it on Jason Show Plus.
Got it. I can't wait.
More with Jeff when we come back. Back in a moment. It's grainy.
Wanna loosen up your feelings. See what's hiding inside. Just give me one night. A moment to be by your side. Yeah. Give me just one night. Una noche.
Welcome back. It's 98 Degrees singing Give Me Just One Night. Now, we're playing this for a reason. Well, because Jeff's here, but also Nick Lachey recently revealed that it's his least favorite to perform. Now, Jeff, it's like, look, it's one of those things where when I'm sure you get asked, hey, what's your favorite song? This is the opposite of it. But everyone, I forgot, Celine just said which one she doesn't love performing. Which song don't you maybe love performing show after show?
Well, we don't dance, so I know why Nick picked that one because we have to get our groove on in that one, and it's got like this little salsa thing. And granted, Drew did win Dancing with the Stars, but after him, it goes downhill very, very quickly from member to member. So I would have to say that's probably my least favorite to perform too, because I'm the worst dancer by far.
I was going to ask, I mean, because when you think of boy bands, you think of the matched choreography and all the matched outfits. That shocks me. Do you enjoy it at least? Are you just not good at it, or do you not enjoy it as well?
Oh, I enjoy it. Just people don't enjoy watching me do it. That's the problem. So I think that I'm much better than I look up there, and then I'll watch some tape or watch a video of it. The fans and every time somebody sends me something, there's laughter in the background. It's eluded me for years. It doesn't matter who the choreographer is or how well or how often they get us in the studio to pound it in our heads. I'm just not good at dancing at all, sadly.
Hey, we're going to go back to having fun in a little bit, but we'd be remiss to not ask you, because same era, you guys know each other, you guys are friends. Your thoughts on the whole Free Britney movement? I mean, I'm wearing my T-shirt. I talk about it every day on this show and on my radio show. You are not just an observer. You were around the same time. What are you thinking, my friend?
Well, we all love Britney. I mean, we were taken aback with the Framing Britney documentary. I was asked to do some radio stuff, and it fell on her court date. So I was like, let's do something for free. I'll do it for free. Let's give it away for free. So we created a 6-hour block of programming called Free Britney Radio and gave it away to, I think 100 stations picked it up across the country to show our solidarity and support. And I'm a huge fan of Britney's. We did tour with her for a little while. She was always amazing, always a very sweet person to be around, always incredibly talented on stage. and gracious to her fans. And, you know, we wanted to show our support in that respect. I mean, I'm not going to stand up here and act like I'm best friends or have an inside track with Britney. I'm as much a fan as I am a colleague of hers and a fellow artist. I mean, we're just in support of her, and we wanted to show some solidarity by how we can do it through music and through our great friends at radio. You
know what I love is the fact that, you can't speak as like a best friend or anything, but what I do think you can speak of is the toll and how fame changes you at such a young age. You guys were young too. Am I right on that? I mean, I heard this one time that fame is hard for an adult to wrap their brain around. It's nearly impossible for a kid to wrap their brain around fame. Am I right on that?
Absolutely. I mean, you experienced it yourself. I mean, and look, we were in our early 20s, and we all had good upbringings and from the Midwest and those values, and we thought we had our heads wrapped around it, and it took us for a loop too. As men, I can't imagine being a young female teenager and going through the ups and downs of the business. And fame changes you, of course, if you let it, but really it starts to change people around you just as much. And your inner circle sort of changes a little bit. And, you know, in the whirlwind of working nonstop and trying to stay on top and be the best and put the best product out there and do what you love for a living, you know, you can lose sight of who's in control of your career and who sort of work their way into controlling your life, as an example with this. So I can't imagine what she's gone through, what she's going through. All I can do is express our support. 98 Degrees completely supports her. I think most of our peer group that was from that era supports her. And artists across the board are coming forward and speaking out for Britney. So anything we can do to help on our end, I mean, we're all for it.
Absolutely. More with Jeff when we come back. Back after this, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Our friend Jeff Timmons from 98 Degrees is our special guest today. We always like to have some fun. And today we're putting Jeff to a test with a little game. Roll it, Leo. It's game time. Here we go. Now, today's game is all about 90s music, but we're letting some fans, right, Jeff? Fans of 98 Degrees ask the question. And here's Jeff, look at the monitor. Here's a question from fan number 1. Go ahead.
First question for Jeff. Which 90s boy band's name was created using the final letter of the first names of each member?
Okay, well, that fan is actually our executive producer / 98 Degree stalker, Lori Lees Fisher Matheson Lee. Do you know the answer to that question, Jeff?
I do. Those are my dear friends from NSYNC.
That's right. Lance had a nickname that fit into the name when he joined, so I was trying to do that. Okay, Jeff, let's see how this goes. Here's fan number 2.
Next question. Which member of the Spice Girls was the only one named after an actual spice? A, Ginger, B, Basil, C, Posh, and D, Rosemary.
Okay, Jeff, I apologize. The fan number 2 is also executive producer Lori Lees Fisher. Do you have the answer to that?
I do. That would be Ginger.
That is right, Ginger Spice. Okay, Leo's going to check the tape here. Leo, go ahead and roll 98 Degrees fan number 3.
Next question for Jeff. How many times is the phrase bop sung in the song Bop by Hanson? A, 10, B, 12, C, 17, or D, 22?
Jeff, fan number 3 is also Lori. How many times is bop said?
It's got to be a lot throughout the song, and it's got to be man. I'm gonna say 17.
No, unfortunately, it's 12. 12.
Wow.
The amount of times Lori Lees Fisher has appeared outside your house. That's right. Let's go to fan number 4. Here we go.
Which Backstreet Boys video is one of the most expensive of all time, costing more than $2 million? A, Everybody. B, Larger Than Life. That didn't sound very good. C, I Want It That Way. Or D, The Call.
Jeff, there's so much apologizing I need to do, but before I do that, would you like to answer fan number 4's question there?
Yeah, it's got to be larger than life or everybody. Those were pretty expensive. I'm going to say it's larger than life because of the graphics.
You are right, larger than life. Okay, I've been told that absolutely fan number 5 is an actual real fan. Go ahead and roll it, Leo.
Which classic Russian novel is name-checked in a boy band song from 1999? A. Crime and Punishment. B. Dr. Zhivago. C. War and Peace. Or D. The Idiot.
Jeff, would you like to answer that one?
Like Dr. Zhivago, all my love, I'll be sending.
That's right. And finally, my goodness, let's go to fan number 6. Roll it, Leo.
Which 90s girl group is the second best-selling group after the Spice Girls? A. Destiny's Child. B. TLC. C. Little Mix. Or D. Wilson Phillips.
Wow, that's kind of a tricky one. I'm gonna say it was Destiny's Child.
No, it is TLC. TLC. I've been informed, Jeff, we have a bonus question. No surprise, it's probably from Lori again. Let's go ahead and see the last question.
Who is your favorite TV producer? A. Lori. B. Lori Lees. C. Lori Lees Fisher. Or D. Lori Lees Fisher Matheson.
Jeff, would you like to answer that question?
I'm gonna go with the fill in the blank. I'm gonna say E. All of the above.
That's right. You know, Jeff, what's funny about the whole thing with Lori is, I don't know if you can see it on the monitor, my name's on the dumb show, and Lori has better lighting than I do.
She does look amazing at all times.
Doesn't, I mean, sincerely. And sincerely, I'll end how I started. Jeff, we always appreciate you taking time to be with us, and I can't wait to download the song. And they're coming. You guys are here. I want to get this right. You guys are going to be here in Morton this fall. So, as we say, check your local listings. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you for having me. We love you guys. Thanks so much, Jason.
Thank you. Jeff Timmons, everybody. Once again, the new song from 98 Degrees is called Where Do You Want to Go? You can find Jeff on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search Jeff Timmons. And you can find Lori Lees Fisher now crying at her desk. Go to 98degrees.com for more information. Wow. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone.